Hey there, Citizen Pal here, and welcome back. We're doing a little bit of 3.4 impressions here. This is the PTU version, so keep in mind things will change a little bit before it goes live, though it's coming around to pretty much complete at this point. There's not a huge amount to show. This is an odd patch. It's both a heavy content patch, but light feature patch, if that makes sense. There's a lot of new missions. There's a lot of more of the same to do. They've added a bunch of more of the same that you can sit down and you can actually play for a while and do a whole lot of different missions. They fixed a lot of like the delivery bugs with the NPCs not working and stuff. That's all been fixed up. They've had a little bit of a new zone there, but in terms of like if you look back, obviously 3.35 had Hurston and Lorville. 3.3 had object container streaming. 3.2 was that mining, I think, was the first implementation. That might have been 3.1. Anyway, most of the patches generally have big, substantial content drops. This one, while, like I said, there's a lot of content, there's not really anything new to play with outside of a little bit of the ships. You have the Anvil Hawk, and then the Freelancer variants to play around with. There's also the new little... that big tower over there, the main Hurston Dynamics building. We'll be going to that here in a moment. There's a lot of missions is really the big thing that I've taken away from this. Unless you're someone waiting on one of the new ships, one of the new Freelancer variants, like there's not a whole lot of like, ooh, what is this to do, which is a little... I don't want to say it's disappointing. This came so quickly after the previous patch. We kind of knew this is where it was going to be, and 3.5 is going to be the big one with the new flight mechanics and such. Go the right direction this time. We'll come this way. There is some nice new quality of life features, I think. Sounds have been improved. There's just sounds where there used to not be any sounds. For example, the train we're just on, when we get on this next train up here, I'll let you listen to it. The sounds are, there's now audible, like the train sounds like a train would sound, or to some extent that, which doesn't sound like that much, but it definitely does improve the immersion of the game. If I can remember now how to get out to it. So obviously the residents are back over there. To get over to the Hurston building, it's going to be basically by where the shop is, and then continue on. There used to be an area that was cut off, and it is now open. So we will go to the admin building. We'll hang a left. We'll come down here. Come through here. Levsden Center Station, that's what we're looking for. Yeah. So this area over here used to be all blocked off. They had like the cones up or whatever. Now we can come in here and there's a new train station down in here with double trains running. Come on down in here. It's going to be all about the same that it was. NPCs are just as populous as they were. Though they're behaving a little bit better. You'll still see some weird ones. Like you saw that guy when he got up out of the seat, he got up on this side rather than the front side. But you don't see like 5 of the same guards standing on top of themselves. You don't see them just kind of freaking out like they used to. They got a ways to go, but they're better. There seems to be a lot more variety in the armor that they're wearing. Maybe I just didn't notice this before because there was so much else going on to take in. But you'll see a lot of guys running around with different, like this guy right here. Yeah, that's not a player. It's an actual NPC. Come on down in here. And we'll take a look at the other train. There are some bounty hunting missions in now to go along with the Anvil Hawk, but bounty hunting missions mainly mean go out and kill. There is no, that's good timing on this train. There's no way of subduing anything. So yeah, you just go out and you just kill them. I'm going to shut up now and we'll let you... when's the train depart? When the train's about to depart in 20 seconds, I'll shut up. And you can hear it. Yeah, I don't know how to salute. I don't have those hotkeyed. That guy's RPing the heck out of it, because he was standing at parade rest when I opened the door. Or when the door opened. Alright, we're going to shut up here for a second. We'll let you listen to this. We'll bump the volume up. So it's nothing crazy, but the first time I did hear it, like I had to go back and was like, is that new? I think that's new, and it does definitely add to it. We're now heading over to Well, it's gonna be in front of us. We can't actually see it, the major building. While it's going, we'll go ahead and open the contract manager. So you'll see, not that, but here, there's now a lot more under here. Actually, right now it's kind of low. There must be people running it, but I've had upwards of like 45, 50 possible missions. Here you'll see personal one for different bounty hunter ones. They do pay out better. The new ones do seem to have improved economy. So right here, you'll see mercenary, 7,000 credits. Another 7,000 credit one. If we come back over here to some of these delivery ones, these are almost 4,000 credits. Now the old ones that were there before, their credits haven't really been changed. It's just the new updated ones that seem to have improved credits. But there does seem to be some good credit earning potential here now. Roughly double to 4 times what it was before. And that's before you even start to unlock the higher ones. I got to start leveling out my reputation a little bit and unlocking some of the improved ones. This is a new copy over the account. I was hoping to gain access to some of the new ships. Unfortunately, they pulled them with the new wave that rolled out. In terms of ships, the Anvil Hawk actually surprised me. I did not spend as much time with it as I liked. My plan was actually to play it today and record. Unfortunately, they pulled him sometime since I played yesterday. But I spent about 20-30 minutes with it. It has surprising amount of firepower that I was not expecting. I didn't really follow the Hawk at all. Here's the main center now. Pretty cool building. We'll just wander around in here. What was I saying about the Hawk? So I didn't really follow its brochure. I didn't read its brochure or anything. So I'm guessing this is for people that were interested in the ship. It's all going to be already known. But it actually has, by default, 4 size 2s and 2 size 1s, but the size 2s are gimbaled. So that means 4 size 3s. That is more firepower than the Saber has. The Saber has 4 size 3s and doesn't have the 2 size 1s. So that thing has a lot of punch for what it is. Now it's extremely lightly shielded. It doesn't take much to kill you. See here some of the big, this is like a class size 6, I think. Maybe even a size 8. We can come over here to the terminal. We can actually shop some of this stuff. We'll just wander through here for a little bit. So yeah, it actually has a surprising amount of firepower, but it also has that firepower combined with a crap ton of maneuverability. It accelerates and turns as good as the Gladius or the new Anvil Arrow does. So it's, in terms of like maneuverability, it's like a light fighter. In terms of survivability, it's like a light fighter. But in terms of firepower, it's actually up there with the heavy fighters, which was quite impressive. On top of that, it also has an EMP, which I was not expecting. It totally makes sense, you know, putting an EMP on a bounty hunting ship so you can stop the enemy ships absolutely makes sense. But the fact that it had so much firepower, plus has the way to carry one enemy, you know, a captured person, and then on top of that, the EMP just really surprised me. Hang on, I got a cat on my desk. Get down. What was I saying? So yeah, the overall package was pretty darn impressive, and it was a fun little ship to fly. I wanted to spend a lot more time with it. I was actually going to take it into an Arena Commander today and see how it held up under, you know, just actually being attacked. Here you can see a whole bunch of different weapons. What's the big size one? Size 6. Yeah, so that's that one there. That might actually not be the one we're seeing, but some big guns in here. Some nice weapons from here at the Hurston Dynamics area. So this is like the showroom type area. Yeah, pretty cool. Some well detailed things. This is pretty neat. So generally speaking, you don't get to see the big weapons and all that in their full high-res glory because, you know, they're underneath ships or whatever, and you might not even have one of the ships that have it. Then the bigger ships, it's going to be pretty high up off the ground or whatever. So putting them in an actual showroom like this where you can get up and close and really look at them, it's a pretty neat way to show off just exactly what the artists are doing in terms of high-res stuff. Oh, we can actually inspect that. I never got close enough to it. Can we? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what size is this one now? This one's not at... Oh, yeah, it was. There it is. Let's see. What do we got? So this is size 4. Yep. And that cost 30,000 credits. Can we click it? Can we... Yeah, close out. There we go. Let's go back down here. Can we get closer to this one and inspect this one? This one doesn't... Oh, there it is. So this is the size 6. This has got to be the size 6. Yeah, so that is a size 6. That's 100,000 credits. But pretty darn impressive. So yeah, the Anvil Hawk definitely impressed me. It feels like it's going to be super light though. But it brings a lot of just general utility. You know, like I said, it brings a lot of firepower and stuff. The Freelancers I've never been a huge fan of. I will say this though. The Freelancer... I think it's Max, the cargo hauling one. Like if I was going to get a Freelancer, that would be the one. When you get inside the back of that thing, the amount of cargo that thing can haul is really impressive. And when you take into account, it's also fairly durable. If you're going to get caught out in a fight, I'd rather be in that than, say, a Caterpillar or anything else. It's got a fairly good punch back to it with those big guns on the front end of it. It's got the back turret. But the amount of cargo that thing can haul, basically being like 1 and 2/3 Freelancers. It's like they took 2 Freelancers, cut the sides of them off, cut like 1/3 off each one of them, welded them together. The amount of cargo space that thing has is quite impressive. I was a little disappointed by the military one. The military one, I expected to have more missiles than it did. It had 28 in total, so it had 8 size 3s, I believe, on the wings, and then 20 size 2s in like this launcher system set up through it, and those are going to be the ones that are in the back. Now, there's probably going to be a way eventually that you can carry more in your cargo hold and load them in, and that'll give it more punch, but it just seemed a little lackluster if I had to be honest. And then the exploration one could be cool, but it's hard to gauge the exploration one because you have the Constellation Aquila, but then you also have the Carrot coming out. There's just a lot more interesting exploration ships. So the exploration was a little disappointed. But yeah, I really did... I wouldn't say I was impressed by, but the I think it's the Max is the cargo all-in one. Definitely would be like if I was looking, you know, if I really wanted to have a ship early on to make a lot of cargo runs and make a lot of money in an efficient manner, that would probably be the one I'd look to. This is going to be the Hurston guy in charge of everything. Right now he doesn't do anything. You can see he didn't as of yesterday. They haven't repatched, so yeah. Roll back around here. You can buy a bunch of Agricum, I think that's what it's called, which generally sells pretty good on other side. So like if we come in here, we can buy into the Freelancer, yeah, Agricum, and it's selling for 24. I have to look, but I think this generally sells pretty well back over. So doing runs, and I think there were 2 Caterpillars leaving as I was coming in. I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're buying a bunch of this here and then taking it back over to Port Olisar and stuff, where it sells for I think like 32. Don't quote me on that. I don't really do the trade type thing, but that's definitely something there. This is a cool little stock exchange type area. Yeah. So yeah, that's the basic impressions of 3.4. There's some other nice little quality of life changes. Now, if you walk up to like a door or something and there's only like a door only has one option, interact with it, right? So you don't have to hold F anymore and do the left click. You can just F click on it and it automatically goes. When you take off, your landing gear now seems to automatically come up. Though it kind of breaks, it comes up, but it doesn't always tell the ship it's come up. So the landing gear raises, but you're stuck at 50, so you have to lower it and re-raise it anyway, which is a little annoying. But if they get that to work, you know, there's little things like that that have come a long way. Performance is pretty good. Getting 32 around here with all these NPCs around. Once you get out and about, things are good. And then there's supposed to be those like down satellite missions and such, but I got to get a bunch of rep before I can get up there. So, as I was saying, 3.4, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do, but there's not going to be a whole lot of new stuff to do. You can do the bounty hunting missions, which are just go out and kill. They're the same as the mercenary missions until they find some way of making it that you can arrest the NPCs. But that's more going to be, okay, you can EMP them and stop their ship, but then how do you remove them from their ship and tase them and throw them in the back of your hawk or whatever. So that's going to take some time. Yeah. It'll be a good patch, you know, if they roll this out. And it's probably going to come out this coming Friday, which will be, let's see, today's the 16th, so it'll be like the 21st, I think, we'll be rolling out probably, which gives us through late March to really play. So it should be in a good position to really dive in and play this, make some money, builds reputation and some stuff, and you know, they can go and rent a hammerhead, rent a prospector, or buy a prospector, buy a hammerhead. And I'm looking forward to that, playing it, you know, a couple hours every week and just seeing where things go. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll try and see if I can bum a hawk off someone and take it out and get some footage for a tour of duty for you guys. Go do some begging. Till next time, this has been Power. Here comes the train. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Till next time, this has been Power. Thanks for watching.